we gonna be in your Mexico video?
Do you want to be in the Mexico video?
Yes!
Say something.
Hello! Mexico! Buenos dias!
It was strange to spend Christmas in the heat, but it was nice to take some time off the bike for a well-earned rest. We played Secret Santa, and while the resources were limited in this small town, Nathan and I both received chairs, a luxury for any cycle tourist. This was the end of our time travelling as a group though. Tom, Nathan and I made our way to Mexico City for New Year's, as Tom's family were visiting him there. It was nice to take a break in the big city for once, and to go and see the sights like regular tourists do. I then returned to Guadalajara to pick up my bike again, and while quite a bit of time had passed, Chris and Dea had taken a long detour and I was able to catch up with them. They had felt that some of the roads were unsafe during our time so far. It was often roads like these, with no shoulder and a lot of traffic, or the toll roads, which had a shoulder but weren't a lot of fun. They were therefore planning to take small roads through the rest of Mexico. I was happy to join them and take things more slowly as I was in no rush. And after being alone through most of Canada and the US, it was nice to have company. We just camped here last night and walking back out to the road. It's a pretty nice spot, but a lot of mosquitoes.
Christian? Yeah. Right. You're travelers?
Yeah.
Hey. Hey. Picture. Picture, amigo.
I'm happy to be back on the road. I've got a new wheel thanks to Enrique. So I met Enrique in Baja and he told me to give him a message if I needed any help with anything. He lived in Mexico City. So I let him know and he helped me get a new wheel. He also got my bike a tune-up and a new chain. And when I was picking up my bike I asked him how much I owed him and he said nothing, just pictures. He wanted to see pictures from the trip. It's good to be back on the road again. I'm on the toll road 15D, which I'm not supposed to be cycling on, but I think it's safer and it can cover more ground, so I'm going to try and catch Chris and Dea today. And I have about 50 kilometers to go and more than 1,000-meter descent, so I'm pretty excited about going down this hill. Do you want to be in the Mexico video?
Yes.
Say something.
Hello. Mexico. Buenos dias.
Recorrer. Sí. My friend. Yo, como tequila.
Yeah.
Sí, como tequila. For you, man.
Yeah.
Sí.
It's amazing.
Sí.
Another camping spot, and it's going to be another day of cycling on the toll road. Turned onto the main road about 15 kilometers out of town and saw two cycle tourists heading towards us, and it's one of those mad coincidences because it was John and Nathan, who I haven't seen in about a month. It's crazy how often this happens. Just paid 300 pesos for a cabin in the forest for 2 nights. I can hear monkeys. Two beds, sink, and bathroom. We were almost in Guatemala, but as usual decided to take the smaller roads where possible. This led us up quite a difficult route, but it paid off when we found an amazing place to camp for one of our final nights in Mexico. There was a signpost for a resort, which turned out to be just a few cabins. The cabins were full, but they let us camp there for a relatively cheap price. Just a minute's walk from our tents was a river that we could swim in. When we woke up to go back to the river the next day, we realised there were monkeys in the trees just over our heads as we swam. It was one of my favourite camping spots of the whole trip.
3 up there, there's a baby. Baby? Yeah. Oh. You ready?
It turned out that this wasn't our last night in Mexico, and we stayed one more night on the way to the border. On a basketball court of a small village, we just had to move the goats off it. We saw many farmers lighting fires by the side of the road in this area, and one of our last obstacles in Mexico was to cycle through the smoke from one that was very close to the road. I took a deep breath before going in, but what I hadn't thought about was the heat, which forced me over to the wrong side of the road. Luckily, nothing was coming the other way.
That wasn't fun.
And we were soon at the border. Mexico was amazing, but I was now looking forward to seeing a new country, especially the volcanoes of Guatemala.